Welcome to Roanoke County Business Partners. On today's show, we break ground on the Plantation Road project and hear from the Harris Corporation about the positive impact the improvements along Plantation Road will bring. We learn about the St. Francis Service Dogs and how the organization has been improving the lives of individuals with disabilities for over 20 years. And we will attend the final 419 Town Center Community Meeting to reveal the draft plan, which includes recommendations for implementation.
Welcome back to the show. We are in the Hollins area for the groundbreaking of the new Plantation Road project. And with me I have Megan Cronis, Principal Planner with the county, and then also Eric Fox, who's a Vice President at Harris Corporation, which is right across the street from this location. Thank you all for joining me today. Just to start, Megan, can you give our viewers an overview of what this project is all about?
I sure can. The project is for bicycles and pedestrians, and the section of the project that we're working on here is from Williamson Road to Walren Drive right behind us. There'll be a shared use path, which will be 10-foot wide asphalt, along with street trees, curb and gutter improvements, and a Welcome to Holland sign.
And so a lot of the thought behind this project is it's kind of an economic development strategy to get our businesses more involved and get you all the amenities that are important to you and your employees. And so what does this path mean for you and your employees?
Yeah, our employees at Harris are really excited about the project and getting it kicked off and completed, because it gives safe access to a lot of what our employees do during break times, during lunch, after work, and that's going down to Walren Park, or there's some commercial businesses just getting an oil change. People drop off their car in the morning, they walk up Plantation Road right now and have to play Frogger to get across the street back to work while they wait for their car to get work done. So it's, I think there's a safety element to it, but also a recreational element to it when you just want to enjoy the sunshine on a lunch break.
And you said that they would use kind of some of the amenities that are already in the area at lunch and that sort of thing. And so do most of your employees go out and kind of walk around and...
Yeah, I would say actually there are times myself, I go over to Walren Park at lunch on a nice day just to clear my mind, get some fresh air, and I run into my people, my coworkers, people that I work with all the time. It's very, very normal. Some people walk in our parking lot. Why? Because they don't want to walk across Plantation Road. So, as we get this project underway and completed, I think it'll open up a lot of opportunities, even to things that we're not thinking about. And more people will access the restaurants and businesses and the park on their break times.
Yeah, again, this is a key economic development strategy to help our businesses, and a lot of our major employers are on this strip. So we're really excited about this. And Megan, if our viewers want to get more information on the project, where can they find it?
On our website, www.roanokecountyva.gov/plantation.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us today. We're excited about this project and kick it off. And thank you all for joining us.
The Virginia Tech Catawba Sustainability Center, CSC, is excited to announce that it is now taking applications for its 2017 Small Farm Incubator Program. The Small Farm Incubator Program works to support young and beginning farmers by providing access to land, tools and equipment, pre-season land preparation, educational programming, and technical expertise. CFC's objective is to grow viable, independent farm businesses and to serve as a model new farmer program by providing access to land and resources in a low-risk environment. Requirement for new farm applicants includes participating in a farmer education program, such as the CSC training program, Virginia Beginning Farmers and Ranchers Coalition, Beginning Farmer modules, or other equivalent experience or training. Pre-season land preparation will occur between April 1st and April 14th, weather permitting. Participants will be asked to submit a pre-season garden plan to CSC management for approval. Total cost of the program is $125. For more information or questions about the program, please contact Adam Taylor, CSC Manager, by email at adamht@vt.edu or by phone at 540-588-0283.
Welcome back to the show. We're at South County Library for the St. Francis Service Dogs graduation, and with me I have Cabell Ewell, the Executive Director for St. Francis. Cabell, thanks for joining us today and including us in this exciting celebration.
It's our pleasure to have you.
And then, so St. Francis Service Dogs is a great nonprofit that's been in the county celebrating your 20th anniversary, which is really exciting. But for our viewers who aren't as familiar, can you give them an overview of the organization and your mission?
Sure. As you said, St. Francis is based in Roanoke County. We serve the state of Virginia as well as portions of North Carolina and West Virginia. And we raise and train service dogs to place with people who have disabilities. So we work with people who are in wheelchairs, who may need help picking things up or may need help retrieving items or opening doors. We also work with people who may have other types of disabilities, everything from MS to CP to even children who have autism. So we work with a wide range of people who have a wide range of disabilities, and our dogs are trained to assist them in activities of daily living.
And so these dogs, you have 10 graduating today,
yes.
And you've invested a lot of time and money to get them to where they're able to help these people. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about the life of a service dog and how they get to this graduation point?
Sure. Well, our dogs start in our program usually at about 8 weeks of age. It's mainly Labrador retrievers and golden retrievers, and they come in as little puppies. And we begin with volunteer puppy raisers who take them into their homes and teach them basic manners. So they teach them just how to be good dogs and get them socialized to the environment. The dogs, many of them then go to our prison program where they work with inmates who begin to train them a little more advanced training. Eventually, they go to our professional trainers, and after 2 years of training, they are placed with their person. So it's quite a process that these dogs go through. It costs St. Francis about $25,000 per dog, and we do not charge for the dogs. So St. Francis fundraises for all the money in order to make this happen.
And so, as you said, all that money is fundraised, and so there are lots of opportunities for people in the community to get involved, whether it's time or money. And what are some of those ways they can get involved?
Sure. Well, you'll see a lot of people here today who have been a big part of making these teams a success. There are volunteers who help us with everything from puppy raising to playing with the puppies when they come into our kennels, to helping transport the puppies from one place to another, to veterinary appointments and other places, puppy sitting, people who take care of puppies on weekends or when a puppy raiser goes out of town. There's also people who help in the office or help us with events like today. Then, of course, you'll see donors here today, people who have contributed to help make these dogs a reality for people. There's just a whole lot of different ways that you can be a part of what we do.
And then for people who to find out more information, how can they find it?
The best place to go is our website, which is stfrancisdogs.org. And you can see there more about all of our different programs, as well as there's a link to volunteer questionnaire where you can fill in what you might be interested in, and we'll get in touch with you and see if we have a match. There's lots of things that you can do.
Great. Well, we're so happy to have you in the county and so glad to have these opportunities for people to get involved. And thank you all for joining us. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Brad Betcher with the Roanoke Blacksburg Regional Airport, asking that when your travel plans require air service, that you consider flying from home, your Roanoke Blacksburg Regional Airport, your gateway to the world. We offer nonstop service to 8 destinations: Atlanta, Chicago O'Hare, Philadelphia, Washington Dulles, Charlotte, and New York LaGuardia, in addition to Orlando and Tampa St. Pete, with over 450 destinations just one connection away. We are local, convenient. There aren't long security lines and no exhausting drive home. We employ people from the Roanoke Valley. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, the world is at your doorstep, and you create demand when you fly from ROA. This has recently created more flights, competitive fares. In January, we added a second nonstop flight to New York LaGuardia. In April, Philadelphia service will be upgraded to regional jet service, and a late flight from Charlotte will return. Thank you, Roanoke Valley, for your support. Fly local, fly from home, fly ROA. Information and details available at flyroa.com.
I'm with Steve Carney with Stantec Urban Places Group. He's the project manager, and he's here tonight to give the final reveal for the 419 planning study. Steve, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us, just give us an overview of what the study findings were?
Sure, and this will be broadly speaking. First, this was a very quick study, about 6 months, and at the big picture is there's just real strong opportunity in this corridor, in this location, particularly on the residential, looking at the mixed-use, walkable, environment, picture a lifestyle center, but also picture, more than that, real urban neighborhood where you live upstairs, you go downstairs, you've got a green space right within the area. And in fact, we've got a couple green spaces. It's about connecting to the surrounding neighborhoods. It's about creating new multi-use paths. So, in the biggest picture, it's about, really transforming this area from a really basically auto-oriented location to one that is fully walkable, mixed use, and really what the community and the market, frankly, right now is looking for.
Yeah, and talking about automobile-centric, in your plan you call for the possibility of having a diverging diamond. Could you speak to that a little bit?
Divergent diamond, yeah. Exactly. And one of the really big findings we had, and this is with Mike Rukowski, our senior transportation person within the Urban Places Group, is that you actually have the space and it can be reconfigured within what is here right now, meaning low cost and a real big way to improve the traffic conditions within this area. Right. In fact, we are now going further, and you'll hear about it tonight, that with VDOT, Virginia Department of Transportation, is actually really looking into this and doing the next studies to make sure that this can actually happen.
Yeah,
Very big excitement.
Yeah, what's great about it is you guys found a way to use essentially the same amount of pavement, but just use it in a better way.
And with the same amount of money, too.
Right, and essentially the same amount of money. Now, this study revealed some catalyst sites. Can you explain what a catalyst site is? Tell us what the catalyst sites are and how they relate to the whole study.
Absolutely. A catalyst site is much like what it sounds. You pick a location where when you do a development, it spurs additional development around it. We look for areas that this can happen. Think single property owners or just 1 to 2 property owners. Prime location, high visibility, and already the strong connections and ways that you can connect further in. The 3 locations that we're looking is Madison Square on Electric Road. We're looking at the Old Country Plaza site, and of course the Tanglewood Mall. And with each of those, what we're finding in our work, we run through pro formas. We look at how they can, frankly, make money for the developer who's going to come in and or the person who currently owns that property right now. And again, I should stress these are conceptual studies, but what they're showing is that given the current uses and values of the land here with this type of development that the market says is already here and they're looking for it, you're talking about increasing the value of these sites many times over, in some cases up to 8 times as much of what they are currently right now. That is a very exciting part of this and really shows how you can begin to transform this area by area, and then we connect them together.
Right. I think it's important to point out these are conceptual drawings.
Absolutely.
Some of these things can't happen until 20 years down the road. Some can happen right away, and as we know, the market's very fluid. But now you've done the study, and now you've given us some recommendations on steps to move forward. Give us just highlights of what the recommendations are.
Well, as the community will find tonight, there's a lot of recommendations that are laid out in an implementation matrix that the community can really weigh in on tonight. But we've broken it out in terms of the transportation changes. Again, the divergent diamond is one big example, but a multi-use path and other paths that connect to a surrounding network of greenways. We're talking about, in addition to public green spaces, really public gathering spaces and areas where you can park once, walk to multiple locations. We are looking at improving the amenities on a street, and when I say that, I'm talking about benches, better, stronger pedestrian lighting along these so they feel safer, more exciting, more vibrant. And branding is another example of something that we think is really important for this area to really give it its own authentic personality.
Well, we really appreciate you getting us started down this path, and we look forward to working with the entire community on this project. If you want to learn more about the 419 Town Center study, you can visit roanokecountyva.gov/419. Thank you for joining us.
The Roanoke County Economic Development Department, in partnership with the City of Roanoke Economic Development Department, organizes a wide variety of free workshops for businesses and entrepreneurs. Whether you have a new business idea or have been in business for years, there is sure to be a workshop that matches your needs. Workshops include, but are not limited to, marketing, finance, apprenticeship programs, cybersecurity, programs to cut your business's electric bill, entrepreneurship, and much more. If you would like to learn more, please contact Jessica Fintel at 540-772-2185 or email jfintel@roanokecountyva.gov.
Thank you for joining us for Roanoke County Business Partners. If you have any questions about this show, want to start a business, or need business assistance, please contact the Roanoke County Economic Development Office at 540-772-2069 or email jbrinchick@roanokecountyva.gov, and you can always visit our website at yesroanoke.org.